Hello gamers, it is the Game Fairy. Welcome to the Game Fairy podcast. This is a channel where we do podcast friendly gaming. So we are playing Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood. On the last episode, we left off with Fortuna and her two friends taking a trip out on the beach. And Fortuna offered to use her tarot deck to read the fate of the world. Okay, we'll look into the fate of the world. And this is exactly where we left off, so hang tight, gamers. Let's find out the fate of the world. Also, I'd like to know what I can do to make it a better place, Eva says. Understood, Fortuna responds. Focus on those questions in your mind while I shuffle the cards. And another slot has appeared for your actions. So we have two slots on the table for the cards. One says World's Fate, the other says your actions. And we see Fortuna shuffling away. And a card is drawn. It is the Emperor. And we see a bearded man with a crown on his head wearing pink and red. In one hand, they hold a sun. In the other hand, they hold almost what appears to be maybe a stick that has a couple branches out on it. And let's find out some more about this card. The Emperor sits atop a stark, barren mountain, a sign of an unyielding power, the ultimate male ego, confidence, power. And we can assign this card to one of our slots here. So let's see, confidence, power on a mountain. Let's put this into the your action spot for Eva. So we can drag the card and set it on the spot. And we do have some fortunes that we can pick from. The first one is you'll set up a guerrilla propaganda group that becomes famous worldwide. And the second one is your most effective course of action will be to resort to illegal and aggressive methods. Ooh, I don't want our girl Eva to resort to aggressive methods or illegal things. So I'm going to select the first option. You'll set up a guerrilla propaganda group that becomes famous worldwide. Wow, what's that? Eva asked. I sense that in the future, there will be many more channels for communication beyond newspapers, radios, and TV. Free from the control of media outlets, Fortuna says. And you'll be at the head of a notorious group whose message spreads throughout many countries. It doesn't sound bad, Eva responds. I've always wanted to be able to encourage as many people as possible. And handing out flyers at the university hasn't been super effective up to this point. Well, congrats! You're going to get your megaphone. Now, tell me about the world. Let's see how I could use this megaphone. Okay, Fortuna shuffles once more. And the Hermit card is drawn. We see a man in a long pink and red splotchy robe. There's mushrooms around. They are holding what almost looks like a lantern in their hand with an eye in the middle of it. And in the other hand, a long staff. Let's read more about this card. The Hermit's lantern is the lamp of truth used to guide the unknowing. He holds a patriarch's staff to help him navigate narrow paths as he seeks enlightenment. His cloak is a form of discretion. Okay, so let's go ahead and assign that to the world's fate. I wonder what this will mean. Okay, we got three options here. First one, climate change will make human life unsustainable, and we will take refuge in massive domed cities. The next option is superbacteria will decimate humanity, leading us to simpler times. And the final option is overpopulation will lead most of humanity to live inside computers. Okay, I think I'm going to select superbacteria. Let's go, superbacteria. Superbacteria will decimate humanity, leading us to simpler times. Simpler times? That's great. What are you saying? Eva asked. Eventually, many microorganisms will grow resistant to antibiotics, and we won't be able to stop them. Judgment Day will come in the form of worldwide natural selection. You can't be serious, Eva responds. On the other hand, suddenly there will be plenty of resources for everyone. I guess that's thinking on the bright side, Fortuna. Ooh. Nature will reconquer large areas of partially empty cities. Stop, just stop, Eva says. You're messing with me, right? I swear to you, this is what the cards are telling me. You're usually more vague, like there will be an opportunity to develop yourself, or you will soon face a challenge. Now you're like channeling visions from another dimension or something. Yeah, I'm surprised too, Fortuna says. Maybe it's the energy of the meteor shower or some planets we don't know about just aligned over my deck. But I see it as clear as I can see your face. This is the fate of the world. And what's my guerrilla propaganda movement supposed to do in this scenario? Eva says. How can information stop a superbacteria? It can't. But maybe the group you've built will come in handy to guide the survivors in the new world? I'd like whatever movement I start to keep on helping, no matter the context. Yeah. I didn't expect the cards to be this wild and specific. I'm so sorry, Fortuna says. Nah, it's all right. It's been scary, but also fun, Eva says. If your prediction ever becomes real, my grandchildren will think I've lost it when I keep telling them how my friend predicted all this through tarot. Fortuna laughs along. You're aware that you just totally screwed with Eva's head, right? Patrice chimes in. I didn't mean to. Come on, it hasn't been that bad, Eva says. A future that distant just feels like fiction, prophecy or not. What about you? Now that you know the fate of the world, what are your plans? I don't know, Patrice says. Maybe a superbacteria eating half of humankind away would end up being a good thing. I don't care in any case. Fortuna foretold I'll have bone cancer in my 50s anyway. So I doubt I'll get to see any of that, Patrice says. That's horrible. Why did you tell your sister that, Fortuna? We were kids, and I dared her to read as far as she could into my future. I've never read to anyone's end ever again. I felt a terrifying presence lurking beyond my vision, like if I keep on reading beyond death, then... now I'm scared, Eva says. I will never forget that feeling. At that moment, my fortune-telling skills were enhanced in some way. I've never been wrong since then. It's true. I can vouch for that, Patrice says. Don't tell me that. I don't want the world to go bananas. Maybe we can fight magic with magic. Look, the meteor shower has begun. Let's ask the shooting stars to fix the scary future. And the screen is panning towards the stars. There's so many in the sky. Since it's just the three of us on this beach, why don't we tell the stars what we want out loud? Eva suggests. I already told you what I'm going to wish for, so I'm okay, Patrice says. Ah, okay, Fortuna starts. I'll go first, says Eva. Please, stars, save the world from the fate Fortuna foretold. Give us a chance to make it right. You made my sister sound like a villain, ha 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 ha, Patrice chimes in. Aw, don't say that, Eva says. Stars, please make my sister happy. Help her find whatever she's always been looking for, Patrice says. Hey, weren't you going to wish to become a better person? Fortuna asks. Nah, that wouldn't suit me. Ah, Patrice girl. I'd rather use my wish to take care of my little sister, Patrice says. I don't know why Patrice is going country, but we're rolling with it. That means you're a good person already, hee hee, Eva says. Oh, shut up. Don't ruin my cool moment. Fortuna is silent. Come on, Fortuna, ask them. Speak from your heart. And we are still panning up through all these stars, a couple shooting here and there. It doesn't matter, Fortuna says. Please, tell us. Where's your mind? What's the thing you want that's so wild only the stars can give it to you? I want you to be happy, Patrice says. I know there is something else. I smell it in the sea breeze. I keep seeing it in the dance of every flame. When I look at my cards, I can tell that magic is real. Yet everyone's always reminding me of how childish I am. I don't want to be a woman, Fortuna says. I want to be a... Chapter 3, Sisterhood. And we are panning back up to Fortuna's house in the sky. She is sitting at her table. And the big space shrimp, Abramar, curls his way around Fortuna's house in the sky.
That wasn't so bad,
Abramar says.
That arbiter, Thea, seems nice.
She sure did. She was adorable. Yeah, I feel like she genuinely wants to help. It's not a vibe you often get from the magical authorities.
So bold of you to go and confess you're crafting a new divination deck.
And we have some options here. I didn't feel intimidated by Thea. I felt powerful since I met you, and this deck isn't going to be a secret for long. I think that is the inevitable ultimately, so I am going to select the third option here. This deck isn't going to be a secret for long, Fortuna says. Better to count on the sympathy of the arbiters early.
Oh, good point,
Abramar says.
Happy to know I'm in safe hands.
Should we do that reading we had pending now?
It can wait. You have mail waiting to be read anyway.
What's the matter? Are you scared?
Scared? Who? Me?
And Abramar shows his golden teeth and fangs.
Ha 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 ha. Yes, I am.
What? Why?
I've had other beings read me the cards, the stones, the bones, the pendulum, you name it. But what you do doesn't feel like fortune telling. It feels like you're tearing the cosmic wheel apart. Your readings are too deep and too sharp. But that level of insight is something desirable in a seer, isn't it? Absolutely. You're the best I've ever seen in my long existence. But exposing oneself to your arts feels so taxing. I'm happy though. It's been ages since someone stirred fear or unrest in me. Thank you.
Happy to bother you, I guess. But don't think you'll be able to postpone this reading indefinitely.
Ha 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 ha. Sure. Don't let me keep you now. It seems like you have friends eager to meet you again.
Okay, and there is a bird. Oh, I am mistaken. There is not a bird. These are some creatures we have not seen before. One of them looks like a spider with logs on its back in kind of like a pyramid shape, and they are holding a parcel with two of their mini legs, their big buggy eyes closed, and the other one looks somewhat reptilian, almost like a Komodo dragon sitting on the grates of the window, its mouth opening and closing, and the parcel is wrapped within its long tail. So we can select either one of these creatures. I'm going to select the spidery creature on the right. Okay, and it says, Dear Fortuna, is it true what the Arbiter's falcon said? Can you receive visitors now? Oh my gosh, it's been centuries. How have you been? I would love to see you. Let me know when you're ready to meet me, please. Your friend, Jasmine. Oh, and we can either invite them or say not yet. Okay. Let's say not yet and read the second letter. Okay, this letter starts with Fortuna! Exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark. This is great news. I'm dying to see you, girl. Say the word and you'll have me coming through your window ASAP. Love, Dahlia. Okay, we got two different energies here. I think we're gonna say hello to Dahlia. Let's go ahead and invite Dahlia over. Whoa, and with a quickness coming through our window is Dahlia. Fortuna! And Dahlia has brown skin and buff tatted arms. The tattoos look very spiritual. It looks like a dagger. I see some moon symbols, some dotted star shapes, and they have thick black hair. It looks like thick dreads and swords going through the top of their hair. Oh, is that a piercing as well? It looks like they might have an eyebrow piercing and maybe a lip piercing. Gamers, listen, is this my sister? All right, let's continue. Fortuna laughs, and we do see Dahlia and Fortuna are embracing in a big hug. Dahlia's muscles, girl, you look good. Fortuna! It's me, Dahlia. Fortuna is laughing away. She's so excited. Fortuna! It's really you. I can't believe it. I'm so happy to see you. Whoa. And Dahlia has red eyes and a very fancy top. I'll just say that. Hello, Dahlia. What's up? Tell me what you've done these past 200 years. Come on. And Dahlia's top is red. It has a deep V, and in front of them, it kind of looks like maybe a shot glass or a cup. 2 effing centuries. Can you believe it? That effing Adana. I swear to you, she's gonna pay. Slow down, please, Fortuna says. Sorry. I'm sorry. I can't believe I'm finally speaking to you again. So, bring me up to speed. There's nothing much to tell, actually. It's been boring as hell here. I almost lost it, or maybe I did lose it. I don't really know anymore. I wouldn't be able to stay locked up or isolated for so long, I'm telling you. I would have gone after Adana to end or be ended. I wish I had your strength. What are you saying? You're stronger than me, Dahlia says, and they look flabbergasted. 200 years by yourself and you're still standing? I don't know anyone stronger than you. That's another kind of strength too, I guess. But I envy you, ready to go out with a bang, not with a whimper, like me. But you didn't go yet, girl. I'm sure you've got plenty of pent-up energy ready to get back at the universe whenever you regain your freedom. Actually, I've been crafting my own divination deck. What? And Dahlia leans forward. What do you mean, crafting? You're making the cards and all? Yes, that's exactly it. I summon images from dominions of the cosmos for the backgrounds. Then I summon images of cosmic arcana and energy symbols. And I compose the design of the card with them. The meaning of the cards vary depending on which elements and energies I combine. That sounds so cool! Dahlia is smiling. Show me your favorite card. Well, the deck is still too green. I need to make a lot of cards. It doesn't matter. Show me your favorite so far. Okay, and we can select from our cards the Ghost of Cards Past. We have the Whistled Path card with the Harpy Lady on it. We have Coming of Age that has the Wolf Mother on it. And we have the Golden Pickaxe, which has the Horse creature on it. This one's looking a little wild. There's like legs of horse person separated from the body. Very wild. And then our most recent card we created, which is Electric Priestess, which has the Dominatrix on it with the birds. Let's just do that one. And we will select, this one. So we're showing it to Dahlia. Whoa, Electric Priestess? What a name for a card. And I love the art. Oh, thanks, Dahlia. This is already cooler than your old tarot deck, she says. What does this card mean? These cards are harder to summarize than the tarot ones. For example, This one could mean happiness, temptation, alliance, leadership, purpose. Whoa, and how do you know which meaning to pick when you draw one? Context and instinct. And you never doubt yourself? How can you tell you're not making it all up? Oop. It's natural to second guess yourself when you're a student of the divinatory arts. But I left that phase behind long ago, back when I was a mortal girl. A prediction of mine has never failed to happen, not a single time. I even foretold that terrible plague that swept the earth and destroyed 80% of its population. And I did this almost a century before it happened. Shoot, that's amazing. Read the cards for me, please. Ah, sure. But don't you want to catch up first? This is catching up. Show me what you've got. Dahlia is smiling. Okay, what do you want to ask the deck? Oh, I want to know how you've been for these 2 centuries. I can tell you that myself. I don't think you can. We witches lie to ourselves by nature. I bet I'm not the only one that will learn things about Fortuna with this reading. I accept with one condition. We look into your past too. I'm in, Dahlia says. We've got ourselves into a divination face-off. All right, so we have 2 slots appearing on Fortuna's fortune-telling desk, and one says Dahlia's past, and one says Fortuna's past. I don't know how you manage to draw me into these situations every time. The cosmos brought me here to make you all feel alive. What can I say? Let's do this. All right, we see Fortuna shuffling her cute lavender nail polish. So we drew the coming of age card, and I'm just gonna go to the meanings. I have gone through these cards a couple times on the podcast, so I will say the meanings. Mercy, wellness, communication, peace, and power. I am liking this for mercy, wellness, communication, peace, and power. I feel like Dahlia is definitely showing major strength. So I'm gonna assign this to Fortuna. There you go, Fortuna's past. Oh, okay. So we have 3 options here for Fortuna's past reading. The first one is, I spent so much time alone that I hate myself. I hate my voice. I hate my thoughts. I don't know how to exist anymore. I don't believe that that is true of Fortuna. At least that's not the impression that I got from her. Let's see the second option. I tried to end myself so many times that I can't even dare to look at myself in the mirror now. Wow, I don't believe that that's reflective of her either, but let's see this third option. I resent you and Jasmine for not having fought to the end to free me. You are supposed to be my best friends. I don't know if I'll ever love you like I used to. Oh my goodness. We know that for a fact, Fortuna has stated it, that she cares so much about her friends. So I'm not going to do that third option. We're going to do none of them. No, I think I'm going to do the first option. I spend so much time alone that I hate myself, hate my voice, hate my thoughts. Let's go ahead and read that one. This is so strange. I can't see a thing. I've never tried to read into my own past. Maybe I'm not supposed to. Oh, what a bummer, Dahlia says. I'm sorry. I've got nothing. What? We can call off the reading about your past if you want to. Nah, a deal's a deal. Do your worst. Okay, and we did get some water energy from assigning that to Fortuna's past, though she didn't end up reading it out loud. That was strange. But the card we drew for Dahlia's past is the Golden Pickaxe. Meanings: happiness, support, success, indifference, stagnation. Let's go ahead and assign this to her. Not loving stagnation, but let's see how it plays out. So we have 3 options. You're a mother now. You had a son with a shaman warrior. The next option is you've been plotting to leave the coven and found your own clan of warrior witches. Yeah. And the third option is you forged a Jinn dagger to end Adana, but you got cold feet in the end. I am seeing, maybe just from how she was reacting to Adana, that she's been plotting to leave the coven. So I'm going to select that option. And from that, we are going to get 3 earth energy and 2 fire energy. That is going to go into the future for making our cards, making new cards. We can spend that energy. So let's go. You've been plotting to leave the coven and found your own clan of warrior witches. Oh, shoot. You should become an arbiter, Dahlia says. Straight to the most problematic issue. This sounds really dangerous. How deep into this plan are you? Pretty deep. Haven't gotten to the point of no return yet. But if I snap my fingers, there's a good lot of witches ready to fight our way out. We've been discussing everything in front of the Minister of Secrets, so there's no risk of word getting out until the day comes. I discovered it though. Nah, you're the only divination freak in our coven, Dahlia says. And I know I can trust you. And Dahlia is cheesing. Pretty white tea. Sure, but please try not to hurt yourselves or anyone else on your way out if it comes to that. Not even Adana? And she is grimacing. It'll be easier for everyone if you manage not to harm anyone. You're right. But that's extremely naive on your part. I'm sorry. It's all right. You're so cute. I love you. I love you too. And we receive that energy. Would you like to ask anything else? Maybe. Nah, that's enough for fortune telling for today, I think. I gotta hand it to you. This new deck is something else. Congratulations. Thank you. I'm still trying to get the hang of it. Can't wait to witness what you do once you reach your full potential. It's going to be scary for sure. And Dahlia is smiling. That pretty smile. By the way, I have a favor to ask you that I don't know if it's going to be too much. Hey, I'd do anything for you. Whatever you need, Dahlia. The thing is that the favor isn't for me. That's why I'm hesitating to ask. A good friend of mine is in a bit of trouble. And having just seen how amazing your new deck is, I wonder if you could help her. What happened? Her name is Grief. She is a witch architect. She mostly works asteroids and wandering moons into temples. She is a pretty young witch, joined the coven around 130 years ago, so you wouldn't know her. But she's the purest. I'm sure you'll love her. Sure, I'd love to meet her, but stop beating around the bush. What happened? You must promise you won't tell anyone. I promise. She tried to summon a behemoth. And gamers, that is where I am going to leave off on this episode. Got a little cliffhanger action. So it turns out Fortuna isn't the only one with the bright idea of the behemoth. So on the next episode, we will explore more into the story of the new mentioned character, Grief, and potentially meet Fortuna's other friend as well. So definitely subscribe if you have not already. And to like this video, let me know that you're enjoying the series. You can find the audio only version on Spotify, the Gamefaerie podcast. This series I feel is perfect. I do have a playlist of it. If you are feeling like you're in a crafty mood, if you just want to pop some popcorn, have a cute little night, throw it on. I am enjoying Fortuna and Abramar's banter. I hope you're having a good day, a good night, a good time, and I will be talking to y'all real soon with some more content. I'll see y'all gamers. Bye.